gonna look like such a hater doing this.
What's up? Today, we're gonna talk about lighting and why all of these things suck. Ah, yes, the ever so popular gig bar that DJs around the world own. Okay, so they're not the worst thing in the world. There's just a lot of things on here that aren't used properly and don't give you the best lights that you could be getting while you're DJing. And I've seen a lot of people using these recently at a lot of their gigs, and I understand why people would want to use them, okay? I get it's easy to move around with. You kind of just pop it up, get power to it, good to go. You know what I mean? And it makes sense. It's great for the mobile DJ, and the concept they originally had for it was a great idea. But to be honest, these lights, I should probably say it a different way. You're not getting the most out of them is the correct way to put it. You're not getting the most out of these lights with the packages that they're supplying to you. For example, let's take a look at the Haze gig bar, okay? Okay. Many things with this, okay? So the par cans, right, which are these circular lights right here. These ones with the 3 beams, okay? These are designed, like a par can is made to illuminate something or someone of importance. And how a gig bar is set up is where you just take it, crank it above you or from the side of you, and it just shoots straight out. Like that par is just shooting straight out. It's not highlighting anything or pointing at something. Now, if you're DJing and you have it behind you, and you angle the pars, twist them yourself, and point them down diagonally behind you or just slightly above you to create a silhouette effect, then that would be a use for the gig bar. Okay, it would make sense why you're using the pars. A lot of times, I see people just slapping that thing on the top of a crank stand and just cranking it as high as it can go, and it's kind of just shooting out into nothing. So you're really not getting anything out of the lights that they provided to you in this. Second thing with this is there's a lack of control you get when you're DJing and you're using something like this. So here, with these pedals that it has here, right? You can either set it to auto, music, color, or blackout. The only switch on here that I think really makes sense is blackout, to be honest. And if you want to set it on one color, I think that looks great, but a lot of times what happens with these gig bars is people just set it to music or auto, and then they never touch this like pedal board thing after. They kind of just set it on auto. And granted, like you have to focus on DJing. Like you got to focus on what's in front of you. So it makes sense why you would not be using that like pedal gig bar 2.0 that's right in front of you. I totally get it. But like you're not getting the most out of it by doing that. If you just put it on auto and put it to the side, it kind of just looks like, for lack of a better term, the lights are just spazzing out behind you. Like there's really no sort of like theme or mood or organization or anything that's really going on. It's just this big, just like cluster of lights. And I've also found with the Kintas too, the lights that go on the top here, on these like top right here on this bar, and then on this previous bar right over here, these ones on the top, they're in that red hue kind of. The Haze IRC version of these Kintas, for example, these lights, the mic on them, when you have it to music or sound active mode, it just eventually picks up all the audio that's in the room, and you just get this big rainbow shot that's like white, red, green, blue, and it's kind of just, the light's like literally like losing its mind because it's like overwhelmed and it's picking up all this audio, whether it's a voice, someone clapping, that will change and that will affect the actual like pickup of the light when you have it in that music mode. So the lights don't have any sort of organization to them. So you're literally just putting something behind you that's just like going crazy and is no organization. So that's like another huge peeve I have with these lights, that it just, like the first thing, the pars don't make any sense. 2, The pedal board that they give you, you're not even really using it that much while you're DJing because you're focusing on DJing. And then when you leave it in that auto mode, it doesn't really look that clean behind you. And another thing that really bothers me about these packages that you get from this gig bar is you don't have anything that gives body to the lights. So you don't have a hazer that comes with it. You don't have anything that's provided to you that's actually going to give your moving head a beam, your Kinta, those lines, or even that par, that like little beam effect that comes across when the smoke hits it or the haze hits it. So I'll give you an example. Let me show you. So with haze, you can see you're starting to get these beam effects on this truss here with these movers that are going on. You're getting all these like fancy beams. I don't think they have any lasers going on, but it's all hitting the disco ball. But you see the lights have these beams to them. But in the video on the left here, you're not getting anything. Like, you're just seeing the shapes. And when it hits the disco ball, you're getting the mirror reflection of the lights, which is a good thing. But if you just have it on a chase like this and you're not using any haze, which they don't give you, they don't, in these products, they're not giving you a quality hazer for a room. So you're not really getting anything out of the light. Well, I shouldn't really say not getting anything. You're not getting what you could get out of these lights. And these lights that you see here in this video, these are some higher quality fixtures as well. The lights they're giving you in this is like the bare minimum. Like, they're giving you a quantity of lights, but then you're reducing the quality of light that you're actually getting. So instead of saving up some money and maybe buying a 350, 355 series, like kind of edition of light, maybe with an IRC or something like that, you're settling for a smaller Kinta, a smaller laser, and much smaller moving heads and really small pars, honestly, like very tiny. And what makes lighting super cool and unique is that once you start to realize that there's more things out there other than, not that Chave is a bad brand, like the Pro Series and a lot of the other stuff that they have is incredible. Like, their lights are amazing. And they've done a really good job of making lights that are quality for DJs and other people with smaller budgets to use and still put on successful events. Like, I'm not knocking the brand of Chave. I think they're incredible, and there's a reason they've been a staple for so long, obviously. But I do think there's some great other alternatives out there that people aren't really looking into. A lot of people are just buying the gig bar, and then, like, that's it. But, like, how does that make you any different than the other guy or girl or person that shows up with another gig bar, cranks it up in the air, and has the exact same lighting setup that you have? And the answer is simple. It doesn't. It doesn't make you different. It's not going to make you unique, and it's not going to make you stand out. If you're bringing the same lighting bar that every other DJ owns, you're just going to kind of be doing the same thing. You're going to be stagnant doing that. And I'm not saying this, like I said, I'm not saying this to like shit on Chave or to shit on you or to like be a jerk or anything like that. I think that if you're just starting out, the gig bar is a great thing for you to have. So you can say that you like have lights and can provide those things. But as you start to advance more, I definitely recommend maybe getting some individual trees to help wash like you or other members on stage with you, and then start to come up with your own design. Like, what do you want your show to look like? And it's definitely something I think everyone should think about. Like I said, not trying to be a jerk or anything like that. I'm just saying I would love to see more DJs out there not use the gig bar and really start to think more about what they want their lighting to look like. And through that uniqueness, you'll be able to sell yourself more. Because, like I said, if you're doing these really nice, like, slow fades and you want this more, like, progressive, like, slower, like, feelsy experience, some people are going to buy into that more, and you're going to be unique because of that. Or if you want this, like, super fast pace, you have these really unique lights that no one else is really using, people are going to notice that. Like, if you shoot a good video with it, people are going to be like, whoa, that's cool. I've never seen that before. That's what's going to make you stand out. And I'm hoping sometime maybe within the next like couple weeks, maybe sometime early August. I'm not, like I said, I'm not using anything that's like big, fancy Pro Series lights or anything like that right now. But I am working on currently doing a little bit of a different lighting setup for my band that I work with right now. So If that's something you guys are interested in seeing, just let me know. I can also tell you guys and give you guys like a list, maybe of like some different places where you can go get some lights from different, not as popular manufacturers, but where you can get some really good lights that are unique that will help you stand out. But that does it for me today. Hopefully you guys learned something new. Maybe you guys have a new shopping list or some new ideas that you have for your lighting that you want to do moving forward. If you did, or if you are in that process of doing that, make sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff really helps us out over here. Let me know if you guys want more lighting videos, or if you just want me to shut up and only talk about DJing stuff. I can do that too. This channel's for you guys. So like I said, just let me know what you guys want and I'll make it for you. But until the next video, take it easy, tell someone you love them, and I'll be back soon.